think you have to move the camera down.
Hey, hi, Jonathan, Alana Heights.
How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Jamie here. I'm at a workshop here at Michigan State University with a handful of entertainment writers, and wanted to turn things over to them so they could talk to you. Really appreciate you taking some time this afternoon.
Oh, no problem.
All right, so I'm gonna turn it over to them. I'm gonna get out of the way.
Hopefully we can be of some help.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Anna Weigel. I write for the Emory from Huron High School in Ann Arbor, here in Michigan. I wanted to ask you guys if you saw each other more as siblings or bandmates.
We've never been asked.
I think
Siblings.
I say siblings.
Siblings
Yeah,
who happen to be bandmates.
yeah, I'd say siblings. So I don't know what my sister would say. I think siblings.
No, yeah, siblings, definitely siblings. It just,
Because that's what comes first. Well,
Yeah.
that's what was first.
it's just a bit of a coincidence that we've always kind of played music together. Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you.
That's all right.
Hello, I'm Emma Jacobs. I'm going to write for The Tower at Grosse Pointe South. I was wondering, speaking of siblings, do you think that you get into more conflicts because you are siblings?
If anything, I think you can get out of them quicker. Because if you were friends, I think you'd hold a grudge. But family, you can just kind of bicker over the little things. Like, I'm sure your brothers and sisters, you like bicker every now and then, but you forget about it a few seconds later. Whereas if you were friends, I think it would be a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that maybe being siblings, you're more willing to say things than you would
You can be more honest, yeah.
than you would be with friends. Well, I know that if Jonathan is annoying me about, I don't know, what do you annoy me about?
I don't know.
Be like,
Lots of things.
or something silly, I would be more willing to say to him, "Oh, stop doing that," than I would to one of my friends.
Yeah. So, what if you could pick any other genre? What do you think you wish your band played more of besides pop?
Hardcore, like, screamo.
No.
No. No, I don't actually know.
Because people ask what we sound like, and I would say it's like a mix between pop, folk, rock. More pop though. Well, I really like, not that we'd ever be able to do this, but I do like quite a lot of kind of R&B stuff. But that would,
Yeah, I don't see us doing that.
yeah, we wouldn't ever be able to get that. But I do like listening to that.
All right, thank you.
Actually,
That's all right.
okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
Got my chair up here. Hi, I'm Katie. Hi, I'm Katie Marshall
Hi.
from Howell, Michigan. I write for the Main 4. I was wondering, when you were first starting your music careers covering Fleetwood Mac, The Cardigans, and other bands, did you ever get the feeling that you were meant for something more?
Well, I really like all of those bands, and we would get compared to those bands. So I'm happy with that comparison. And wouldn't necessarily feel like I should be, I don't know, better than them or anything like that, because I think they've all had a lot of success. So I'm quite happy with the fact that it's being compared to that.
Yeah.
And at what point did you decide that you weren't just a cover band, or were you writing as well as doing covers?
Well, we always wrote our own songs as well. It's just when we did open mics, we threw in some covers as well, just to get, like, so people were familiar.
And a practice
Yeah,
together.
practice as well together. And it's good to I think it's good to get your own interpretation of the song. So I think doing covers is good. And still, when we play live, we do throw in the odd cover. If people don't really know who we are, then it's like, okay, I know this song, let's see what they're doing with it. So yeah, I think it's good to have a cover in there every now and then.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Sheila,
Hi.
and I write for the Portage Northern Light. And my question for you is, how have streaming services like Spotify and YouTube enhanced your musical career?
You're probably best to answer this.
Am I? Okay. I think they're good because you've got like different playlists that are curated, and I think our latest single's been added to one of those, and the numbers on that have gone up quite a lot. We've seen, so I think they are quite good at getting your music out there, especially if you're not a hugely established act. It's good at it's good exposure.
Yeah, and it's a way for people to find out about it, I suppose, as well, a different way.
Yeah.
If you're not getting to be on the radio a lot, or if you're not getting to be on certain music channels a lot, then it's a way that people can stumble across you. I know that I found there's an artist over here. He's not that big, but I came across him on Spotify. I think it had like a discovery thing, and I really like him, and I've gone and seen him like 3 or 4 times now. And he's still not that big over here, but it allows you to find new people.
That you probably wouldn't just hear on the radio. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Hiya.
Hi, I'm Margaret Pizon. I write for The Observer in like Detroit, Michigan. So yeah, that's basically where I am on the map.
Okay.
My question is, like, I know you've been singing in Atlanta, Georgia, and then you went around Europe for promotions. I was wondering if there were things back in Windsor that you missed the most when you were touring, or there's like the little things that you really look back on and you're like, oh, I wish I was home.
Tea with the Queen. No.
The dog.
The dog. Yeah, the dog. We missed the dog quite a lot. But no, actually, I was walking. I think what's good about going away and then coming back is you kind of like Windsor's a really nice town, and it's like the more I've been going there, I've been like, oh, I really kind of appreciate living here, and like it's a nice kind of relaxing place to kind of switch off, and just it's a cool place to be. So yeah, I do think it's good traveling as well. But then coming home, you're kind of like, it's nice to do that. I don't know if that answered your question at all.
It's okay.
Sorry.
You're fine. And my second question is, in your eyes, which of your songs do you think was the most influential on your listeners, and why?
Oh no. What do you think? Well, so we've had out Fight For It's Right, Without You, and Fire and Lies.
Yeah.
We know that Fire and Lies has probably been the most successful. So I would hope that for that reason it's been something that people have enjoyed. For us, we like performing all of them.
I remember I've forgotten how long ago it was, somebody messaged us after they heard Fight For What's Right, and they like told us their story of what they've been through. Can't really remember the details in great depth, but they were just, it was great to see how people connected it to themselves. And I was like, oh wow, I've heard of that before with other songs and other artists, but I never thought it would kind of happen to us. And I was like, that's cool that someone's been able to get their own interpretation, it's been able to help them, or they've been able to see something through listening to the song. So, yeah, I'd say Fight For What's Right. I think that I think a lot of people connected to that in a way, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Raya, and I'm a writer for Anchor's Chain in Lake Fenton, Michigan. And on some websites, I saw that your sound is influenced by a lot of bands like Fleetwood Mac and U2. I wanted to know, which out of all of those bands do you think influenced your sound the most?
The thing is, we grew up listening to like every single style of music. Like, we grew up listening to Fleetwood Mac, The Cause, The Cranberries. Like,
You love Frank Sinatra.
I love Frank Sinatra,
That's
but I
what
don't
it
think
is.
he's that like Frank Sinatra.
I would say probably we get compared to The Cause the most. I know they didn't really come over to America. But again, I think maybe because you play the violin,
Yeah,
that's why
we're
people.
family as well.
We're family,
Yeah.
that there is that influence. But we really like
Yeah,
them.
we like
and
them.
actually, when we went to go and see them last year,
Yeah.
and we went to see them, we met them, they were playing, and I listened to them, and I was like, Actually, yes, it's quite.
We do sound like them.
It's quite. Yeah, we're
But it's a good
influenced, I think,
comparison.
quite.
But I
about
think
that.
a lot of people as well, they don't just say, oh, you sound like this, you sound like that, which I was like, okay, I take that as a good thing then, because they're not pinpointing us to one person that we sound like. I'm like, okay.
So yeah, when people ask what we sound like, I would give like 3 or 4 artists for people to have an idea.
But like, who wouldn't want to be compared to them? Like Fleetwood Mac and everyone, like, they're amazing, so yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Morgan Spuda. I write for the North Star in
Hi.
Chesterfield. Aside from music, you've also been involved in a few films, most notably the Harry Potter franchise. So, like, what was it like to be a part of that?
Oh, it's great.
It's good. Did you know, apparently, I saw trending on Twitter today, it's Harry Potter's birthday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been something that we've done on the side since we were younger, and we really enjoy it. And especially because you learn sort of behind the scenes things that you learn, and you meet so many people, and you see so many cool people as well. So I've always really enjoyed doing it. I mean, Jonathan doesn't do stuff like that very much
yeah.
anymore, but me and Rosanna will do bits of extras work and filming, and it's all in the arts.
But I say Harry Potter probably was the highlight, because it was great to see how it all came together.
Well, it's just such a established thing that will forever be around.
Yeah.
So, and it's amazing to be able to say that you're a part of that. Like my face is in a jigsaw. I think that's pretty cool.
She has bought the jigsaw.
Yeah, it's in my room.
And I
It's
made
huge.
the jigsaw.
I didn't make it.
She didn't make it.
I'm not very good at doing jigsaws, I learned, but apparently the rest of my family are, and now I have a Harry Potter jigsaw that my face is in.
But no, it was a great thing to be a part of. Yeah, it was cool to see how it all came together, and like the amount of people that work on the film as well. It was incredible, really. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Caroline. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I write for Stark. My question was, did you guys have backup plans, or was music always your sole career path?
You go first.
Right, well, I'm older than the others, and I went to university, and then I got a job before we started doing bits of music. So I studied biology, and then I did a master's in clinical nutrition. So I've always been like science focused, but at the same time doing lots of music. We had lessons when we were growing up with music, but it's always been something that I've enjoyed doing. And the fact that these opportunities have come around, of course, I've grabbed with both hands. But before that, I was working for a company called the Medical Research Council, and it's to do with cancer clinical trials. So I've got that kind of science sideline as well, which I think is a good thing to have. I've got lots of interests, and I'm lucky enough to be able to explore all of them.
We treat her like a doctor when we're away.
Yeah, they do. It's like I'm not as a doctor.
Rosanna, she has a degree in music, so she went and did that. And then I applied for uni, I got in and everything, and then I was about to go, and then we got signed, so I deferred it for a year, and then we were doing more stuff, so then I withdrew. So I did get in, so I could always go back to that at a later stage. If I
mean, a lot of the
to
things
might
though that
go
you
back.
were looking at, you've learned in practice. So he was looking at doing
commercial
music. Yeah.
So yeah, but then if I wanted to, I can go. I've been looked at various things. I can go back and go straight into a master's and stuff, because I don't need the qualifications for that as long as you've got the experience for certain things, depending on, obviously, in the music world, not like science or something like that. So yeah, I can always look at it in the future, which I might do.
But I mean, that's always something that you could do on the side
Yeah,
as well.
definitely. But with my degree, like a lot of it is, I'm learning it now, so it's great to have it in the real world rather than like in a classroom. It's one of those degrees that's
so therefore, you
either do.
in a way, then you don't need that backup there because you've already got it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Zoe Graves, and I write for the North Point at Grosse Pointe North.
Hi.
And so I was like, a lot of your songs seem like they have like meanings to them. And I was wondering, what's it like to have songwriting as like a creative outlet, or just like an outlet for like your feelings?
It's good because it's kind of like therapy in a way. You kind of write it and then it's done, and it's good. And a lot of the songs now, like they kind of have a different meaning now than they did when we wrote them.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the time, we don't like to say what they mean as well because we like people to get their own interpretation. But I think it's good how over the years the songs have changed, but they're still relatable to us. So yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
One more? Any more follow-ups? All right, I got a Harry Potter question for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a website, Pottermore. Have you guys seen that? Have you?
No,
I
I'm gonna
have.
look it up now.
I looked at it when it first launched, and then I haven't been on it since.
What's it called?
Pottermore.
Pottermore. Well, so you were a Hufflepuff, right, Jonathan?
Yes.
You were in Hufflepuff, and then Alana, were you were in the movie as well?
Yeah, I was in Gryffindor.
Okay. So in Pottermore, it puts you into a house. Jonathan, did you see what Pottermore would put you into?
I didn't get that far because when I first went on it, it was when it was launched, so the website was kept crashing.
Right.
So I haven't been on it since, and I should probably go back on and see just to see if it's right, whether the casting people put it right or not.
That was my nerdy question. For
Have you been on Pottermore?
I was a Hufflepuff. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's
You
where
seem to the best. So.
All right. Anybody else have another follow-up question? Any more ideas, thoughts? Nothing? Journalists, right? You gotta be bold. Jump on in. Come on. No, please. That's it. This is what we're learning this week. Is to be bold and
Hi.
just go.
Sorry, back. One of my questions was that I heard that you preferred singing over acting, but would you ever consider going back to it to probably work on like your stage presence, quote unquote, or possibly promote the band because you're like, hey, I'm in this, but I'm better at singing.
Yeah, that's quite.
I don't think we'd never say never.
And I think, like you were saying about enhancing stage presence, I do think that helps with it. Also, when we were growing up, we did a lot of competitions in Ireland called the Fèis, and it would be an individual. So you get up, you play the piano, you get up, and you sing in front of a big audience, and that helps a lot. Doing that. I also think because it's the three of us getting up and performing, that's a bit better because you're not just doing it on your own. But those competitions did help. And the film stuff, I suppose it's different. So when we did the video for Without You, the video is a one shot, and we had to have things moved out the way, and all the timing was critical, and all behind the scenes, and you had to know like all the lingo and all the directions and saying, back to your marks and all this stuff. And I think that helped, definitely.
Well, didn't he even say that we wouldn't have been able to do that
if we hadn't done
filming? He
said the director said that. Yeah, the director said because we'd have that background of filming and extras work, he was able to do the video like he did. So he directed Taylor Swift's
We're Never Getting Back
Together.
Together.
The song that, Never Getting Back Together. So his idea, because that's a one shot as well.
Yeah.
And then he did that for us too. And because of the experience that we had, he was able to take that and then do something.
It's really funny that Rosanna did, so she was in Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah.
And one of the lighting guys on that recognised her when we did our video Without You, and they just bumped into her and they were like, I know you, and they're like, I know you, and it's just funny how it's kind of a small world all kind of linked in. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Of course. Hi.
Hi. So you guys have a lot of violin in your music, and the violin isn't really thought of to be used in pop music. So what made you want to add that, and how do you think that it sets you apart?
Because well, Alana's better at piano than me, and Rosanna's better at guitar. And I'm better at violin. So
yeah. We didn't learn enough instruments.
No, I know, yeah. I think it's kind of a unique, because you don't really see it a lot, and I think that's good, because when we set up to play, it kind of catches people's eyes straight away. So I think it kind of draws people in a bit more, but I think it should be used more, because I think some of the best pop songs out there, like even
Well, there's lots of
Yeah.
string. I mean, in pop songs, you do have strings.
Yeah, and then I think some of them are like the best ones because they can be used so well. Like a Clean Bandit, they're known in the US, aren't they? I think so. Yeah. Like they use strings all the time. And
Yeah.
they can be used
I
in a lot
like-
of different
I like
ways. A lot of
strings.
people just think, oh, strings, classical music, but it can be used.
Yeah, because I suppose in a lot of pop songs, the strings are kind of underneath and supporting everything. But with us, it's taking a main lead.
Yeah. And then also it kind of, people think it kind of adds that, because even though we have English accents, we are also Irish, just to confuse people. And I think with the violin as well, it helps kind of bring that across, connect the Irishness in there.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Hi again.
Hi.
I have one random question. So I know you guys did a lot of touring in the U.S. in the past couple of years. What state did you have the most fun performing? Like, what crowd was the most fun for you to see?
Okay, it was our first arena. We did a show last year in Omaha, Nebraska. Yes, Nebraska. Yeah. And that was with Train and Parachute, and that was like about 4,000 people, and that was cool because it was like, okay, it's our first arena. So I'd say, yeah, that was a really
And then in Saginaw.
Saginaw. Oh yeah, up in Saginaw in Michigan. Yeah, we did. It was at Christmas. We did it with Blue October, and that was cool because that was the first time we
That was
actually
really-
had people singing the lyrics back to us.
That was.
And I was like,
the-
okay, that's cool, and like that helped Rosanna because she forgets the lyrics every day. So
Yeah, we've had shows twice up there, big shows up in Saginaw twice, and we really like them. So yeah, Saginaw, Michigan, Omaha, Nebraska, and then we did one recently in Virginia. No.
Yes,
Yeah.
Virginia. I was thinking like, what's she talking about? We did it Wilmington,
Wilmington.
Virginia. That was with Leanne Rhymes. That was
And that
cool.
was an excellent one as well. So
Yeah.
I'd say they're the three
top. Yeah.
at the moment.
Right.
And with WDVD, when we did a spontaneous, I nearly forgot that.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Nearly forgot that, yeah.
That was
'Cause
wonderful.
we went into them and we were playing, and they were like, "Do you want to do the show tonight?" We were like, "Yeah, okay, cool."
Oh yeah.
So that was good.
Did you guys just play on a plane or something?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we're
did.
going to
What was
actually
that
be
all about?
advertising that today. It was with Southwest Airlines, and they what do they do? Oh yeah,
Live
they
at
put
35,
Live
it's
at 35, and it's linked in Live at 35, Live in the Vineyard, and Southwest Airlines. They're all linked together, and so when we were over a few weeks ago, we played flying from Denver to
LA.
LA, and then they filmed it, and the edit I think is excellent.
Yeah, it was really good.
So they're putting that up today, and then once they've done that, then we're going
We
to
literally have a captive audience because they couldn't leave. So.
on the plane. Yeah.
You like Adam Sandler singing to his girlfriend. No?
Sorry,
Say
say that
again?
I
again.
said you were like Adam Sandler singing on the plane.
Oh right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, that's going to be going up today at some point.
Great, thank
But
you.
yeah, no, that was a good, bizarre experience. That bizarre in a good way. It's cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Is there anything else you want to add or what you want people to know about your band?
Listen to us.
Yes.
No, we come over to them. A lot of people ask when we're at home as well, because we don't do a lot in England. We go to Europe and we do some stuff in Europe, but we go to America mostly. And yeah,
I find
we
the
like.
audiences in America great. They're very receptive and there's a good positive energy
Yeah,
about everything. And there's seems to be more of an openness for new music as well.
yeah, in America,
Yeah.
I think so, which is why we keep coming back so much.
And we actually coming back the day after tomorrow. So
Yeah, we're back on Wednesday for concerts.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Anybody else? Any more follow-ups? Anybody? Okay. You guys, thank you so much for
You're
taking some time.
more than welcome. Let us know if you need anything else.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Take care of your tooth, and yeah, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I know. I don't know what I did. I was like, oh, this is going weird.
Guys, thanks so much again, and we'll send you. I'll send you links to the stories when they get them written. And thank you.
You're welcome. Let us know if you need anything else.
And we'll come to Detroit whenever you want us.
All right, fair play. Be well.
Okey-doke.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.